Hello and welcome to another episode of Custom Modded Survival. So we are currently in the domain of Barako the Sun Chief, so we're gonna get down on our feet because we're not allowed to fly anymore because we're in his territory. So let's just take care of these masked dudes because we need to actually take care of the Sun Chief himself. Maybe we can just hit him. Well, that was relatively easy. But it should give us the mask and some XP, which is great. You'll love to see it. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually fly over here and we're gonna activate the Waystone Tower. And the reason for that is because we want to be able to teleport over here because it's nice and easy, nice and simple, nice and quick. But we're mainly over here because I need gravel. And usually underwater is the best place to get gravel, although this looks to be mostly non-gravel helpful, which is great. So instead, what we're gonna do is we're gonna raid a jungle mermix, because we can. I don't particularly know why, but we are. So that's what we're gonna do. I think this is actually just immediately where the queen is, so we're just gonna immediately mark the queen, and her brood is right here, and I don't actually think there's anything too crazy good about the loot from these. So, you can check it out. I don't know what the loot is gonna be like. Some melons, some rotten flesh, some food stuff. I mean, it's not awful. It's not great either, but hey, I'll take it. Regardless of that, we defeated the boss, so we can fly back out. And there's a little graveyard over here, which, of course, we gotta pay our respects to the fallen. Unfortunately, they are deceased, so we will in fact have to, they won't mind us taking their stuff, right? I mean, they're deceased. They can't care, right? Unfortunately. I wish they were alive, but I also don't think that they're gonna miss anything, because they're also not real. But hey, I mean, who's really asking, I mean, hey, let's just get all that we can from this, because the emeralds are going to be nice. So are the name tags. Honestly, I should probably grab the name tag from it. Did I? I probably did. I did, actually. Okay, so I did grab what I needed to grab, which is great. That's what I needed to grab, which is why it was great that I grabbed it. Also, it's lagging a little bit because new chunks are generating, which is real nice and fun. And the reason why it's lagging so hard for loading new chunks is purely because there's a lot to load every time there's a new chunk loading. So, yeah, sorry about if it's a little laggy. Yeah, they don't really have a ton of good stuff here, so for the most part, I'm glad that there's flowers planted here and everything. Overall, we do still need to go find, I'm gonna do this. Where's the closest ocean? Warm ocean? 1,500. Okay, 4,000 blocks in this direction. Looks like this episode's gonna be a little bit of a journey. Can't fly over that, but what I can do is fly over to this amphitheater, take it out nice and quick, nice and simple, nice and easy, to get some feathers, because we need them for dragon saddles. And I am probably going to chunk pre-generate a lot of the terrain, because I personally think that having to wait this long for generation is a little bit absurd, but hey, it's not my fault. I'm gonna pre-gen a bunch of stuff, but yeah, probably should have done that or streaming. But while it's generating, we can at least defeat a cool little battle tower. So let's do that. Cool. Our thing came back. Cool. We got another one. Dope. What? Okay, cool. I'll break the spawner again. What about up here? Cool, we got you, we got a zombie villager, we got you, we got another zombie villager, we got another skeleton. I mean, hey, let's be real. It's not a tough place to fight, but it is interesting, that's for sure. Stray, cool. It's at least a cool little tower. I don't know how to speak, apparently. Main issue is just the fact that it is lagging quite a bit, due nearly entirely in part to new chunks being generated. Again, it's not my fault. I mean, okay, let's be real. It kind of is my fault, but I mean, yeah, I have no excuses. should have pre-generated it, but I didn't, because I didn't foresee it lagging this bad when generating new chunks, because it doesn't usually, but I guess stream and the processes stream is taking a little bit much. I should probably also upgrade the stream PC and the way that everything's made, but that's fine. There's a wither skeleton up here. Let's take him out. Perfect. And a chest with absolutely nothing in there, and also a final treasure block, which spawns a chest, which is going to explode a bunch of stuff, which is great. So, yeah, hopefully this doesn't crash. Maybe that was supposed to be fireworks. It sounded like something was gonna explode, though, so I started skedaddling. But, yeah. Okay, well, I think instead of that, while it's generating, let's just raid another roguelike dungeon, and honestly, we can just kind of skip to the end. By the way, the reason why I'm not flying in these dungeons is because I made it a rule to not fly and go too crazy when I am, you know, casually in here chilling. I've just made it a rule to not go too crazy when it comes to ability usage in particular things when inside of the dungeons. So I treat them like restricted airspace, where the government will shut me down if I attempt to fly. By the government, I mean, guys, I guess? I don't know. I just more don't think it's really fair for me to, you know, be using flight and a bunch of other crazy things in dungeons, so I'm not going to. But yeah, I don't actually know how many chests we have to open for us to get certain achievements, but we found a common affix item. It's our first common affix item? Crazy. Okay. Oh, hello. Dope. So, let's just do this. Ooh, we got it. We got it for free. And now, you know, I guess what I could do is, if this is just a normal... Oh, there's an apothec dude in here, which gave us Ostena's ironclad gemstone chestplate of latent magic, which is cool, and some diamond leggings, which is, I guess. I do think that we're just gonna mostly ignore that, because it's not really super relevant or helpful, and we're just gonna continue. I need to find the stairs down, which look to be right here. I'm only allowed to skip layers when the cave systems allow me to skip layers. That's the rule that I'm taking as of right this second. Also, Prot 7, or that's Prot 8. Dang. Prot 8's kind of crazy. Some more XP too. I probably, you know what, we're gonna grab the sugarcane. Also, I'm not really gonna grab the nuggets, because nuggets are, let's just be honest, they're nuggets. They're not going to be super particularly useful in comparison to everything else, so mostly going to ignore. But on the off chance we get a good nugget, that's pretty dope. Also, it looks like we can just skip down here, so skipped a layer, which is great, because the loot gets better the farther down you go, and we want to get the best loot that we possibly can. Of course, this is my own custom mod pack, so if you want to play it, there should be a link in the YouTube video, or if you're on the stream, if you go to the latest video in the series, which is episode 13 as of when I'm streaming this, the mod pack link is in the description for that video, so you should be able to go check that out. We are absolutely vibing, and you know what? I'm happy. So it looks like we can skip down an entire nether layer. Great. And another one, which is even better. Because we just skipped down to the very bottommost layer, which usually takes quite a bit of time to get there. And, you know, this place has the chance to spawn some wither skeletons and other stuff, which is great. Especially if we need wither skeleton skulls, which we do. Not in excess, but we do actually need to summon quite a few withers in order to get enough stars to automate star making processes, which is going to be quite fun. But yeah, it's going to be a whole thing. that we're gonna have to work on. Also, break that, get that guy deadificated. Up the TNT there. Cool, we got some stuff. We got running shoes again, which, I mean, come on, they're running shoes. It is what it is. I'm not super picky about whatever we get, but I would prefer something a little better. But since we are down to the bottom floor, we've kind of completed the bottom floor as well, which means that I'm gonna let us fly our way back up to the surface because, well, there's nothing else really for us down here. So let's just go up. And we are now at the surface, which is perfect because we just got a bunch of random other things that we need to deposit back out of our inventory, which thankfully, I mean, we're going this way still, right? So ideally, if I can find a Tower of the Wild, like one of the Waystone Towers, and use the Waystone Tower as a way to just warp immediately back here. Although that would require us to find one of those towers, which would require us to, you know, find one of those towers, which apparently we can't do. Because, yeah, great. I mean, at least there's a bunch of really cool things. There's dragon skeletons all over. There's, I don't know. I'm just trying to find a good thing in a massive, wait, that's an apothec boss. Skelestal. Skells, ironclad steel pants of tenacity. Pantaloons of tenacity. Shine, ever increasing in brightness. Okay, there we go. We got sneak speed. Our combat level is almost fully maxed out, which would be kind of crazy for this early on. Wouldn't be too bad for us. Of course, I want to get another one of those Towers of the Wild so that we can actually, you know, warp back here. Because, I mean, we need to go another several thousand blocks to be able to get to where we're actually going, which is absurd to me. And there's just so much loot we're passing up. But at least the landscape looks beautiful. Like, let's be real. This looks absolutely gorgeous. Also, that dragon should probably ignore us. It's not worth it. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth engaging on me. That's what I thought. See, the dragons are afraid. They're terrified. They're absolutely trembling in their boots. There's a Tower of the Wild and a Frostmaw. I'm gonna kind of ignore the Frostmaw, but do need to go to, so the place that we need to return to is called Marinmur. So if I go /home, if I take out a waystone and I plop it down and I say home, and then I chuck this stuff all in here. Okay, I'm gonna keep the netherrack in there because that's something that we're gonna continue to accumulate over time because we need it. We can get rid of most of this stuff though. But yeah, shoot, need my explorer's compass. I need it to explore. There we go. Okay, so we will be able to get most of this stuff taken out and be able to successfully go through this and properly take care of everything else in there. We've gotten a Jungle Myrmix, we've gotten a Barako the Sun Chief, we've also gotten most of the way to the Ocean, which is quite far away, unfortunately. So if I go to Marirmer, we are continuing to go this way. There's a Frostmaw. Where's the Frostmaw is the real question. There's the Frostmaw. Frostmaw has been taken care of. Rude Awakening, we got Feather Falling 2 and an Ice Crystal, which is dope. But yeah, you know, regardless, we gotta get to, wait, this is all gravel. Well, time to yoink, because I need lots of gravel, because gravel we can get diamonds from as well using the sieves. So if I just /home and then I grab emeralds and I repair my axe, and I repair my sword. I need rubies. Okay, I need more things than just rubies, but I do need rubies for my pickaxe. So I need my Philosopher's Stone. Get 12 rubies so that I can craft them into my ruby pickaxe to fix my ruby pickaxe. And then what we can do is we can go back to Exactly. And now what we can do, get even more gravel. Because we don't have to worry about it. So we just yoink all the gravel. And then we repair our shovel. And then we're out of stamina. Because of course we are. We're at 2,000 gravel. Hello there. Hello there. And a new raid can't start at our village. Because we've already got a raid going on at the village. Which is absurd to me. Okay. And then we just go like a casual do-ba-de-do. Get even more gravel. And yeah, we're just gonna take the entire mountain because we can. Oh, our emerald shovel's broken. Oh no. Better repair it with some emeralds. Oh dear, we're moving too fast. Also, there's just a random... Oh dude, nice. Nice try, bro. Ominous banner. You can go right there because you look nice and ominous in the ground. Okay. So we just gotta chill, and we just continue going, getting even more gravel. Because the point of getting to the ocean is to get gravel, to get sieves. Because we've got sieves, we got 32 sieves. Which what we're gonna do is we're gonna plop them all down right here. 5. So, and then got that, and then in the middle is where we can click to actually activate them, which is great. So now we need, I need the gravel, or the flint rather, because we've got to craft up the rest of these guys into string mesh, or into flint mesh, and then we got to craft them up into iron mesh. So we got 31 of those guys, and then we need a bunch more iron to get them up to the next tier, which is the iron meshes. And the reason why we need them at iron meshes is because that is a higher optimization. And then what we can do is we take these and... Wait, is it an entirely new raid? Did the old raid stop, or did a new raid begin? Because it does matter. If it's... Well, it looks like our iron golem passed away. It's fine, right? It's fine. It'll be okay. It's not an issue. It'll never be an issue. But yeah, we get 1 warp per dimension, again, as I was saying way earlier. We get 1 warp per dimension, which means that we have one in the nether, we don't have one in the over... Actually, our /home is counting as the one in the overworld. And that's what I'm counting it as right now. Oh yeah, I still need to restart the... That's true. I still need to restart the game to actually get the changes to take place. Okay, let's do that real quick. Just so that we get the changes to take place. And then we're good. There we go. Now we should be able to successfully get all of the nice stuff done. Sieving. We do actually have 1 emerald mesh already, which I probably should just add there. And we'll be able to get everything that we want, with a small chance of getting extra stuff as well, which is great. You'll love to see it. But the whole reason why we're doing this is to get stuff so that we can actually end up processing more and more things, specifically into netherite, because we need netherite to get a netherite syringe to extract a DNA, dragons, so that we can get dragons, so I can get the dragon that I want, because I want a neon blue dragon, which is my favorite color dragon. And the whole reason why we're doing this is to get that. And so for this, I'm going to end the episode here. GG's, peace, have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time.